The Ramadan is coming to an end, and a lot of companies would like to open their doors to people to come work for them. So today we're going to be discussing the most in-demand jobs in 2023. Yes, I have done the work for you all. Yours is just to start submitting your CV. If you fall in this field and you have been thinking, oh, what kind of job can you apply for, this video is for you, and just to enlighten you. And also there are some of the professions I'm going to be giving you, the salary ranges, why some you might need to check that out yourself. And also these jobs is not just for you to just apply just like that. Make sure you have the requirements. You can go online and check for the requirements, and if you fit into these positions, you can start applying for these jobs. And I want to tell you categorically, these jobs are the most in-demand jobs currently in Qatar 2023. And if this video sounds like something that you would like to watch, please keep on watching to the end, and also please give this video a thumbs up, and please share with family and friends. Okay, thank you. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chom, and you're welcome back. If you're just seeing this beautiful face for the first time, I remain your girl. I share Qatar related content, lifestyle, and everything you need to know about Qatar. If this sounds interesting to you, please come join this family by subscribing to this channel, and you are welcome. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for clicking on this video. Now let's get right into the video for today. The first in-demand profession on our list today is tourism. I've spoken about tourism several times on this channel, and after the World Cup, Qatar was very open to tourism. That's why they brought about the Aya card, and a lot of tourists have been coming into Qatar. And one of the ways tourism is one of the best, is one of the most in-demand profession currently, because of the hotels. They are really making it big time, and most of the hotels now, they need workers to work for them. So if you're in your country, you're in Kenya, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, any country at all, Sri Lanka, India, any part of the world, you can start applying for jobs in tourism or hotels. Yeah. And also tourist agent, like people that can take people around, like the tourists that came around. If you know very much about Qatar, you can take people around. You know places in Qatar, you might want to search for jobs under that under tourism. So the tourism is not only specifically for hotels. We have travel agents and we have tourism companies. Travel agents, there are some, like a lot of people to especially during this Ramadan, a lot of people want to travel to another country. People that are currently based in Qatar, they want to travel to other countries just to relax. If you are into traveling agency, yes, and or you know anything about traveling, you know anything about booking tickets, you might want to apply to this field. And yeah, just type traveling companies in Qatar and search for their requirement, and you can as well call them. Don't just only believe what the internet is telling you. You can as well call them, check for their numbers, and call them to know if they are currently hiring. And the salary range in this field is between 5,000 to 15,000 in this field in tourism. You can get, and some you can even get more than that if you're a manager, if you're a supervisor, and depending on the pay grade of the company, you can get more than that. So you might want to look into tourism. The next one on our list is healthcare workers. In case you have not seen the video, I did a video on how to get a job as a nurse or a doctor, any medical practitioner or healthcare assistant. I did a detailed video about that. If you have not seen it, I'm going to link it somewhere up here, or you can as well check the description box for that video. I mentioned the website, how you can get jobs currently in Qatar as a medical practitioner. Since the COVID, Qatar, they have been in demand for nurses, and some agencies are actually recruiting nurses. So yeah, this is a very healthcare, anything healthcare in any country is not going down. They are always in demand, and currently Qatar is also in demand for healthcare workers, like healthcare practitioners, nurses, doctors. So if you fall in this field and you have been thinking of getting new experience, you can as well start applying to Qatar. So please watch that video so you can get the website on how to apply and come to Qatar as a medical practitioner. The next one on our list is engineering. So in engineering, we have two types of engineering. We have more than two, but I'm going to be focusing on two types here. We have the oil and gas engineer. Oil and gas is one of the pillars that supports the economy of Qatar. So chemical engineers, they are currently in high demand. If you're a chemical engineer, you can start applying. Maybe very soon I'm going to do a detailed video on highest paying companies currently in Qatar. So if you're a chemical engineer, you can start applying, because the oil and gas field, yeah, they always need people there. So the next engineer I'll be talking about is the architectural engineer. People have come to Qatar several times and said, wow, the buildings, the structures is so nice. Qatar love luxury so much. They love their structures to be so superb and futuristic, and this work has been done mostly by engineers. So if you're an architectural engineer, you're a civil engineer, you know about roads, you can start applying to Qatar for a job. And please make sure you're an expert, okay? And the salary ranging here is between 25,000 Qatar Rials to 35,000 Qatar Rials, and at times even more than that, depending on your experience. So you might want to look into the engineering field. The next one I don't really get people talk about is the domestic workers. Yeah, the salary might not really be that as high as you want it to be. The salary ranges in a domestic, as a domestic worker, is between 1,500 to 4,000, depending on the agreement you have with the family. And in case you don't know what a domestic worker is someone that helps in the house, helps with house chores, to clean, to cook, and everything that you need to do in the house. And Qatar, they really love to have domestic workers, especially Qataris. They love to have domestic workers in their houses. And not only Qataris, other nationalities that they are usually busy, they have kids, they love to have domestic worker to like help them. And most times I've noticed that most domestic workers I've seen, most of them is agencies that actually bringing them. So you can check in your country if you have agencies that are actually hiring domestic workers for Qatar. You can start applying, and the salary depends on if it's the family that is directly bringing you over to Qatar, and they'll be the one to feed you, they'll be the one to give you house. The salary might be a little bit low. Maybe, for example, you're already in Qatar and you are actually looking for a job. You can apply as a domestic worker. The salary is going to be at least a little bit above the person that they are bringing. I think before the family were hiring directly from like the countries, but current anytime those people they get into Qatar, they try to like run away. They don't go to the families that hire them. So that's why most families, they are really working with agencies, because they know if they are paying an agency, the agency is going to bring them directly to the family. So but don't allow that discourage you. You can start applying on if you have an agency in your country, but make sure that the agency that you have is legit. You can apply, and yeah, you can come to Qatar as a domestic worker. The next one on our list here is technicians. Qatar work system, they love you to at least, actually maintenance, they are very keen on maintenance. Anything about if they should like have a property, they want to maintain it. So if you are a very good technician and you know how to install, you know how to repair, because there are times that maybe our washing machine, maybe it might get spot, and some technicians, they might not really know how to do these things, okay? So if you are very good, you're a very good technician, you know how to install, you know how to repair, yes, you might want to apply as a technician. And please, before you apply as a technician, because there are lots of technicians in Qatar, make sure you are an expert in this field. Yeah, and on this field you can earn up to as much as 35,000 Qatar Rial, depending on how good you are. And as a technician, you might not only work for your company, you might also have like your side hustles. Someone that knows that you know how to do this work might actually call you that, please, can you help me repair this and all of that. So please, if you're a technician, an expert technician, you might want to start applying to companies here in Qatar. And Once they know that you are good, they'll be willing to bring you over to Qatar. The next one I'll be talking about is airlines. And one of the airlines that you all know that is popular, but that is not the only airline in Qatar, okay? But I'm going to be talking about the popular one, and that is Qatar Airways. Currently in Qatar Airways, they are actually recruiting cabin crew, pilot. There are lots of job opportunities currently in Qatar Airways. So that is one way that you can actually get a job. In case you don't know their website, Qatar Airways website, I'm going to put it on display, and I might take you guys through the website so that you guys can see that they are actually recruiting. And most of the time they go to each people's country to go and recruit. Especially in Ghana, they go to Ghana to recruit. They go to Kenya, they go to Mozambique, they go to Sri Lanka, they go to Morocco, different countries. But I have not seen Nigeria there. I've not seen them recruited from Nigeria. So please, in case maybe you're a Nigerian and you want to like join Qatar Airways force, please always check their website. You can as well go to Ghana. From Ghana to Nigeria is not really that far. It's just for you to like buy your air tickets and travel there. So you can as well start applying in Qatar Airways. There are lots of job opportunities there, and the salary, man, is usually very juicy. So you can start applying in Qatar Airways, okay? Because of there are a lot of things coming up. As I've said it earlier on this channel, there are a lot of things coming up in Qatar, and most of the ways, the only way of transportation mostly is by flight, and most people use Qatar Airways. There are other airlines you can as well check. You can check Etihad airline. There are different airlines that is in Qatar, but why we are always talking about Qatar Airways, because this is Qatar, we have to talk about Qatar Airways. So you can as well check different airlines and start applying there. Next one on my list is the real estate. Yeah, the real estate. Yeah, in as much as some people would like to stay in the hotels for tourism during the events in Qatar, a lot of people too want to like rent a house instead of them staying in the hotel. And a lot of immigrants are actually moving to Qatar, and this has made real estate very popular in Qatar. If you have been into real estate or you know about real estate, you have their requirements, you can start applying as a real estate agent. And also you can even have your own company if you can get the license. Yes, you can have your own real estate company if it's something that you like and you love to like provide a service. You can think about going into real estate. And the money here, I cannot really give you a specific amount. It's depending on how you can convince people to like rent your property, to like how you can convince people to rent your property. So real estate is something that is actually booming in Qatar. And since after the World Cup, a lot of people have been moving into Qatar, and these real estate agents, they are making money. Yeah, and I said it earlier, the house rent, it's expensive now. So these real estate agents, they are really making money. So if it's something that you love to do, please, you can apply as in any real estate firm. The last one on our list today is education. Yes, education. Being a teacher here in Qatar. Yeah, being a teacher here in Qatar is very lucrative, and a lot of people are in this field, okay? You can hardly go wrong being a teacher. There are always jobs. So, and maybe I posted it on my community post of recent about a school in Qatar currently recruiting teachers, and someone asked me if it's for only Qatar alone, is for overseas, because it's not mentioned there. Because whenever it's mentioned local area, you know that it's only Qatar, but when it's not mentioned there, yeah, you can as well try your luck. If you don't usually check my community post, start checking it, because I'll start posting any job opportunities I see. I'll start posting it on my community page, okay? I feel that that is the way I can as well impact, and someone might see it and voila, the person might get a job there. So being a teacher in Qatar is usually very good, because being a teacher, you can as well have like a private tutor, and private tutor, most times you charge these kids per hour. For example, I've been a private tutor before. I was charging about 200 reals per hour, and it's depending on the hours that the family is willing to work with you. And especially if you're an English teacher, yeah, English teaching, you must know your English very well, and a lot, because this is the Arabic speaking country, and the children, they were brought up with Arabic, so most of their families want the kids to be very good in English, okay? So most times they look for English teachers here in Qatar. If you're an Arabic teacher, you teach Quran, different subjects. As far as you're a teacher and you have your degree, yes, you can start applying even from your home country. You can start applying for the post of a teacher. This is a very lucrative job, and the salary ranges here is between 8,000 to 26,000 reals, depending on the school that is hiring you. You can work in the university, you can work in colleges, you can even have your own private teaching centers, okay, that kids will come after school to learn, okay. And once they understand that you are really good and the kids are really improving, most families, they are going to actually patronize you. So if you are good in teaching, or you have been teaching from your country and you're currently in Qatar, you might want to look into that. And if you're not getting a job as a teacher, you can as well start applying as a private tutor. You can check on Facebook. There are a lot of families always advertising on Facebook. They're looking for private tutor for their kids and all of that, so you can reach out to the parents and negotiate with them. And it also depends on your negotiating power, okay. And these are the highest paying, these are the not the highest paying, these are the high in demand jobs currently in Qatar. If you found this video helpful, please, you know what to do. Please give this video a thumbs up and share with your friends and family. Let them come and be part of this family. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Don't leave this channel without subscribing, okay? Because on this channel we make impact in our lives. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for clicking on this video. See you all in the next one, but always remember to love yourself. Bye.